Okay, so we're going to continue from station 4. So station 4, I am going to break up this shape into 3 different shapes. We're going to have this one here, this one, and then that bottom one. So that top one is a 3 by 3 shape, which has an area of 9. This next one has a width this way of 5, and it has a height of 3. So this one's going to be 5 times 3, which is 15. And then our last one has a length of 10 and a height of 3. So 10 times 3 for 30. Our total area is going to be the sum of those 3 shapes. So our area is going to come out to be 54. Number 2, so we have a rectangle and then a semicircle. So the area of our rectangle is just going to be base times height, so 8 times 18, which comes out to be 144. Then we have our half circle here. So half circle, the radius of our circle is 4, it's just half of the height of that rectangle. So we're going to have pi r squared divided by 2 for the area of our half circle. So pi 4 squared divided by 2. If you calculate that out, it's going to give you 25.13. So we're going to take those two. The total area is going to be 144 plus 25.13, which is going to give us 169.13. Alright, then we're moving on to number 3. So number 3, I split it up into 4 shapes. I'm going to use a lighter color here. That'll be a little bit easier to see, hopefully. So I split it up into this combination of shapes. So we kind of have 3 rectangles and a triangle. I'm just going to transfer some of these numbers. So that one has a width of 4. This part has a height of 3. So this one is going to have an area of 12. It's kind of hard to see. 12. Then this bottom one, if the total height is 8 and that part is 3, then we have 5 right here. So 4 times 5 is going to give us 20. That 5 is also going to be the height of this side of our triangle. So then we're going to have to use our Pythagorean theorem to find that x. So we're going to have 5 squared plus x squared equals 13 squared. So x squared is going to be 144. And x is 12. So this one has a width of 12, or the triangle has a height of 12, which makes this piece 36. Then for our area of our triangle, we're going to have 1/2 base times height, which is going to give us an area of 30. So then the total area for this shape is going to be all 4 pieces added together, and that's going to give us 98. Alright, number 4. So it looks like we have a rectangle and then a semicircle taken out of that rectangle. So first I'm just going to do the area of the rectangle. So we're going to have base times height, so 13 times 7, which gives us an area of 91. Then we're going to have the area of the semicircle. So we're going to have 1/2 pi r squared. If the total distance here is 13, and we subtract 3, and we subtract 2 from 13, that's 13 minus 5. So this length is 8. So our radius of this circle is 4. So we're going to have 1/2 pi times 4 squared. If you notice, that is the same semicircle as above up there in purple, the area of the half circle. So that's going to give us 25.13 again. So the area of our semicircle. So then what we're going to do is we're going to subtract. So we're going to have the area total is going to be 91 minus 25.13, which gives us 65.87. All right, moving on to number 5. It says point C is the center of the circle. So that means that this length is our diameter, but it is also the hypotenuse of our triangle. So we're going to use trig to solve for the length of our hypotenuse so that we can find our radius of our circle. So we have 57, 20 is going to be opposite. Like I said, the diameter is already the hypotenuse. That means we are using sine. So we're going to have sine of 57 equals opposite over hypotenuse. When x is on bottom, we divide. So 20 divided by sine of 57. And the x, or the diameter, is going to come out to be 23.85. And again, this is the diameter of our circle. So that means the radius is 1/2 of 23.85. So our radius is 11.93. Okay, so then we're going to have to find the area of our circle. The area of our circle is going to be pi r squared. So pi times 11.93 squared. And that comes out to be 447.13. Then we need to find the area of our triangle. So our triangle is going to be base times height. So 20 is our base, but we don't know our height. So I'm going to call that side A. So we can use our Pythagorean theorem since we know what our hypotenuse is. So a squared plus 20 squared equals our hypotenuse squared, which is 23.85. Oops, 23.85 squared. So we're going to get A, when we solve it, to be 12.99. So that is the height of this triangle here. So the area of our triangle is going to be 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 of 20 times 12.99. And that comes out to be 129.9. Our final step is going to be area of the circle minus area of the triangle. So we're going to have 447 minus 129.9. And our area comes out to be 317.23. I know it's a lot of work. Moving on to number 6. Triangle is equilateral. So since the triangle is an equilateral, we know that every angle is 60. So that means that this radius is going to cut that angle in half. So this is going to be a 30, 60, 90 triangle, where our shortest side x is 2√3. This side is our 2x, and this long side is our x√3. So we draw it over here. We have our 30, 60, 90, 30's up here. 2√3 again is our x side, so our hypotenuse is going to be 2 times that, so 4√3. And then our long side is going to be x√3, so 2√3 times √3. Square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is just 3. So 2 times 3, this side is going to have a length of 6. So we are going to have a length of 6 here, and this side is 4√3. So the perimeter of our triangle is going to be 12 times 3, which is 36. So the perimeter of our triangle is 36. The apothem of our triangle is 2√3. So the area of the triangle is going to be 1/2 apothem times perimeter. So the area of the triangle is going to be, don't actually have this calculated. So we're going to have 36√3, so 62.35. We're going to have to do the area of our circle. The area of our circle, we know that the radius of our circle is 4√3. So we're going to have pi and then 4 root 3 squared. So pi 4 root 3 squared, and that's going to come out to be 150.80. The area of our circle is 150.80. So from there, we're just going to subtract. So 150.80 minus 62.35. And we're going to get our area to be 88.45. Okay. 7. So we're going to find the area of our rectangle and then the area of that half circle. So the rectangle is going to be easy. Base times height, 12 times 24. And 12 times 24 is going to give us 288. Then we're going to have our semicircle. So semicircle, we know that our radius has a length of 6. So it's going to be 1/2 pi times 6 squared. And that is going to come out to be 56.55. So we're going to take the two areas and subtract. So 288 minus 56.55. And our area is going to be 231.45. Sorry, 231.45. All right, on to number 8. Number 8 is going to use a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So this angle up here is our 30. So 6 is our x, and then this side is x root 3, so 6 root 3. So that means that the height of the rectangle is 6 root 3. The base of our rectangle is 20 plus 6 plus 13, which is going to give us 39. So the area of our rectangle is going to be our base times our height. So 39 times 6 root 3, which is going to give us 405.3. Then the area of our triangle is going to be 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 times 6 root 3, which is going to give us 31.18. Then again, we're just going to be subtracting. So 405.3 minus 31.13. And our total area comes out to be 374.12. All right, area of regular polygons. This first one is the most complicated. Sorry. So I'm going to do the inside triangle first. So drawing in our apothem. So the inside one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So we're going to have 6 minus 2 times 180. 6 minus 2 times 180 is going to give us 720. 720 divided by 6 is going to give us 120. So that means the angle here is 120. 120 divided by 2 is going to give us 60. So this angle here is 60. So that means we have a 30, 60, 90 triangle where our hypotenuse is 30. This is our 2x side. Erase these numbers now. That's our 2x side. This side down here is our bottom x, which is going to be 15. And then our apothem is going to be x root 3. So 15 root 3. So one whole side length of the inside one has a length of 30. So our perimeter is going to be 30 times 6, which is 180. Our apothem is 15 root 3. So then the next step is going to be area equals 1/2 apothem times perimeter. So 1/2. 15 root 3 times 180. So the area of our small one is going to be 2,338.27. So that is it for the small one. Now I'm going to do the big one in this darker color. So we know that our hypotenuse, or I'm sorry, in this case, it's not the hypotenuse. In this case, it's our apothem is 30 because it's the same for both shapes. So the length to the perpendicular length to the outside is 30. And this is, again, since it has 6 sides, we have a 60-degree angle again. So 30 is our x root 3 side. So to find our x side, we have to do 30 divided by root 3, which is going to give us 17.32. So if 17.32 is half, then the whole side is 34.64. So the perimeter of our big shape is going to be 34.64 times 6, which comes out to be 207.84. The apothem of our big shape is 30. So we're going to have 1/2 apothem times perimeter. So 1/2 30 times 207.84. The area of our big one comes out to be 3,117.6. So our last step is going to be to subtract these two values. So 317.6 minus 2,338.27 for a grand total of 779.33. All right, moving on to number 2. This one will be a little bit easier since it's only 1. So we have 8 sides. So we are going to do 8 minus 2 times 180. So 6 times 180 is going to give us 1080. 1080 divided by 8 angles is 135. 135 divided by 2 is going to give us 67.5. So when we draw in our shape, we're going to have this right triangle here, and this angle down here is 67.5, which means we're going to have to be doing trig. If the whole side is 8 feet, then this base of our triangle is 4. So we're going to need to find the height of our apothem. So we're going to be using tangent of 67.5, and it equals opposite over adjacent, so a over 4. So 4 times tangent of 67.5 equals our apothem height, and our apothem comes out to be 9.66. Okay, next thing we need to know is our perimeter. If one side of this octagon is 8, then our perimeter is going to be 8 times 8, which is 64. And our last step is our total area, 1/2 A times P. So 9.66 times 64. And our area comes out to be, oops, sorry, keeps moving, 309.12. So there's number 2. All right, moving on to number 3. Each side is 32 inches. So that means when we draw this in, our triangle, yikes, that was not good. Our triangle is going to look like this. So if the side is 32, then this part is 16. We already did the hexagon above, so we know that this angle down here is 60. This one is 30. This is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Then we know that this side is 16 root 3. If one whole side is 32. We can find our perimeter pretty quick. So our perimeter is 32 times 6. And 32 times 6 is going to be 192. And our apothem is 16 root 3. So we're going to have 1/2, our total area, sorry, it's going to be 1/2 16 root 3 times 192. Our total area is 2,660.43. Alright, and number 4, last one of these on here. So again, we're always going to draw in our right triangle. Okay, a pentagon. So we're going to have 5 minus 2 times 180, which is going to give us 540. 540 divided by 5 angles is 108. 108 divided by 2 is 54. So our interior angle is 54. This angle is 108. Total length is 12. So down here we have 6. So our perimeter is going to be 12 times 5, which is 60. We don't have a special right triangle, so we're going to have to use trig. So we need to know the height of our apothem. So we're going to have tangent of 54 equals a over 6. So a is going to equal 6 times tangent of 54. And our apothem comes out to be 8.26. So our last step is going to be area 1/2 8.26 times 60. So it's going to be 247.8. Almost there, guys. One last station. So what is the sum of the measure of the interior angles of a 27-gon? So a 27-sided shape. So we're going to do n minus 2 times 180. So 27 minus 2 times 180, which is 25 times 180. So the sum of the interior angles is going to come out to be 4,500. Okay. Next, it says the sum of the interior angles is 2,340. How many sides does the polygon have? So we're going to use our n minus 2 times 180. And we're going to set it equal to our interior sum. What I do, instead of distributing that 180, I'm just going to go ahead and divide both sides by 180. So n minus 2 is going to equal 13. So to get n, we're going to add 2 to both sides, and n equals 15. So a 15-sided shape has 2,340 degrees. All right, find the measure of each exterior angle. So you can do this 2 ways. You can find the total sum inside of an octagon and then divide it by 8. So if we do that, we're going to have 8 minus 2 times 180. So we're going to have 6 times 180, which is going to give us 1080. And then if we divide that by 8, we take 1080 and divide it by 8, we get 135. So we know the interior angle is 135. So all these angles are 135. So if we extend a line, we can find the supplementary angle, which would be our exterior angle. So we would have 180 minus 135, which is going to give us 45. So that's one way to get it. The second way to get it is that we know that all the exterior angles always add up to 360. So exterior angles always add up to 360. So if we have 360 degrees and we divide it evenly with 8 angles, 360 divided by 8 is going to give us 45. So either way, totally okay. Just whichever way you prefer or remember. All right, number 4. So like we just said, all the exterior angles always add up to 360. So we're going to take this, this, and sum it up to 360. So 9x minus 31 plus 4x plus 33 plus 7x minus 2 equals 360. If we combine our like terms, 9 plus 4 plus 7 is going to give us 20x. Negative 31 plus 33 minus 22, minus 2, it's actually 0. So 20x equals 360. So divide everything through by 20, and x is going to give us 18. All right, last one. Find the value of x in the figure below. So the total interior degrees, we have 8 sides here. So we're going to have 8 minus 2 times 180. And that gives us 1,000. Oh, I'm sorry. The total sides here is actually 10. So 10 minus 2 times 180. So 8 times 180. So that total is going to give us 1,440. Then if we take 1,440 and divide by 10 angles, each angle is equal to 44 degrees. So from there, we know that this angle is equal to 144. So 10x plus 4 equals 144. Subtract 4 from both sides. 10x equals 140. So x equals 14. And that is our final answer. All right, you guys make sure I have tutoring Thursday morning, so if you have any questions, please make sure that you ask